Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel of GatheredPlans. I have this beautiful kit from Panda Bird Design called Serene. It is gorgeous and I cannot wait to share with you how the spread looks. It was definitely challenging to use because the florals were more like linear and they were just challenging in general, but I just feel like the clip art and the colors were stunning and serene, right? Like it was very calming and I really wanted a nice relaxing kit for this week. This was the week prior to my birthday and it just was a really chill week considering we still went to dinner like the weekend before just to do an early celebration. But yeah, the florals are beautiful. This would be like a perfect wedding or anniversary kit as well, in my opinion. The bottom washi almost looks like an aerial view of the beach and the sand. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to mimic, but it looks like that. And yeah, so with Panda Bird Design, I have a code. It's Rachel15 for 15% off. And my freebie is a really good summarization of the Gathered Layers collection, especially with all the new spring and summer collab releases that we did recently. So, yeah, I have been really trying to find spring kits to use. I am shopping my stash. I don't have too many spring kits because I really didn't plan ahead and shop. I just always had like this idea that I always have so many kits in my collection. So I tried not to buy so many kits because I'm trying to use up what I have. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, right? And I get PR things, and then also I do want to use current stuff. So my channel is like up to date and you guys can purchase kits that I'm using. But recently I've been enjoying just shopping and using my stash and it's been very fun. It's been nice and it's satisfying to use up what I have, but then also challenge myself to use kits that may not be like current and super trending, or like the florals aren't consistent or the format isn't consistent to what's trending at the moment. I hope that makes sense. But this is beautiful. I love the colors. It was very calming and simple. I loved the hints of like the peach like and tan coral color. I think that was really nice. And I was able to pull in a lot of stuff from my own collection to make this more of a full kit. If you've ever used a Panda Bird Design kit, you might know that the boxes are busy or like they're heavily patterned. So Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan had a trick where she would use like whited out boxes over top of it so you can still see the writing, and genius idea, you know, something so simple like that. It just goes a long way because now I do that all the time. It's kind of like a staple anytime I use a Panda Bird Design kit, just because I do like her patterned boxes. I think they're very unique to her shop and it's her style. And I love that she's being true to her style. But in order to still have it work for like my style of planning or others that do the same style of planning and want to be able to see the writing, using a whited out box, like a whited out midi box, is definitely a great option. I know who has whited out boxes. So Sadie Stickers does, Paper Trail Plans, the Pretty Pink Co. Those are like some of the first shops that come to mind that have whited out boxes. I know a more midi style is probably going to be from Paper Trail Plans and the Pretty Pink Co. Sadie Stickers and I did a collaboration with the midi collection, so there are more midi sized boxes in her shop now, and she did leave, I think, 4 designs permanent to the shop, so just check that out. I actually just picked up the ink swatch ones, so that was very popular. A lot of people commented on that during the release of the midi collection, which was like a month-long collection into May, and it's available now. So I'll probably share that over on Instagram because I did just shop it and just saw it, and I just feel like it's going to be a great addition to your spreads. Anyways, I struggled a lot with the day cover section and the florals. If you saw from the beginning, I pulled in some extra florals from an old Sadie Stickers kit. I think it was like called Glamour, or I can't remember. And I liked them because they were dark and it gave me some contrast. So it pulled in some of like a darker floral that, you know, was a really nice addition to some of the darker lines throughout the spread, and like the dark full box here on Thursday, for example. And I wanted it to just balance out that like dark black, almost like dark gray color. And I think it turned out really nice. I'm very glad I still had those extra florals. I knew deep down I wanted to keep them because I just felt like I would need them at some point. They were such a neutral enough floral, especially with it being hard to use, like I don't know how to describe these florals, like florals that are just more piecey or linear. They're not like true bouquets. It's just a little bit more challenging to do the kind of planning that I do, right? So, okay, anyways, I'm pulling in these dainty dot dividers from the Pretty Pink Co. per usual, and then I put the extra full box here at the bottom left-hand corner that says "You are beautiful." So I loved her super thin scallop dividers. They are so fun, and she also has like regular dividers that are just rectangular, and they're super thin as well. It was my cup of tea. I loved that kind of stuff, and they're already pre-cut for you, so it's not just like a washy trim that you have to cut yourself. She pre-cuts them for you, which is really, really nice, and they're so incredibly dainty. And I also enjoyed all the headers in this kit. They were heavily patterned, but it was nice to spread out that pattern throughout the kit. So here I'm just capping off the bottom sections with some dainty dot dividers, and now I'm going to start with the day by day. I am finding a Hello May script, and these are all of my scripts that like are holidays and month and things like that, months and things like that. So pulling in a calendar from Crafts by Tabby, trying to figure out the color that I want to pull in, and I went with this like purple gray color, which I felt like was a perfect match to the kit. And I just wanted to mark Hello May. I can't believe it's already mid-June and it's fine. I'm on the second week of May and I'll get caught up. I feel like life gets so busy around this time with spring and summer, and my sister's graduating this week, like not the week that I'm planning, but in real life right now. And I feel like there's always so much going on. And with the nicer weather, I'm always like, we're always out doing stuff, and just I haven't been touching my planner, which is cool because I feel like I'm happy to be able to now have a life. Like this is night and day, right? Compared to when COVID was going on, we were stuck indoors. Granted, we could obviously go outside and do like outdoorsy things like ride our bikes, go on walks, and things like that when we were social distancing. But now it's like we can actually go out to places, and that's just what we've been enjoying doing, especially sitting out at restaurants. It's probably one of my favorite things to do when it's nice weather outside because you can really just enjoy the weather and the company and food and things like that. So Monday marked Hello May, and then I struggled with how I was marking Walking Jace here. And again, that's an example where I started off by just using a whited out box over top her patterned boxes. Again, inspiration from Lauren. Thank you so much, Lauren. And then used the swirl dividers or flourishes from Miss and Meow. And wanted to just mark that I spoke to 3 friends. I'm pretty sure this day I had a really, really bad anxiety attack. So I'm pretty sure because I wrote that down in my notes, and it was so bad that I literally had to reach her friends. And I'm so appreciative that I have friends that, are very responsive and just there for me, and it just means the world. So I reached out to some of my closest friends, and just like they were there for me. And I just remembered it being bad where I was just like crying and I just could not contain myself. I have shared before, like I'm comfortable talking about like mental health and just being open about having anxiety attacks and panic attacks and just feeling overwhelmed sometimes. And this is just a part of life. Like, at least for me, I can't speak for others, but I'm very thankful that I feel like the general public has been more open to speaking about mental health and just anxiety. And that's just, I feel like it's just such a great thing to see a change and to hear conversations about it. It's become a little bit more normalized, and especially seeing how companies are reacting to such, it's nice. Like, what a foreign concept, right? To like treat people like human beings, and especially like in the workplace. I love it. Like, I think it's amazing. At least having conversations like with our parents and like people from like older generations that are just saying how it's just so different the way they handle mental health and are more open to giving people like mental health days, and just the way they have like the work-life balance. I can't speak for every single company because I have worked at places where there is no work-life balance, so I can't say I know it's not always true everywhere, but I've been fortunate enough to work at places where mental health and like work-life balance has been such a big deal, and people even talk about them like in interviews, and it's just it's just great. Like, I think it's so cool. Anyways, I don't know how I went off on that tangent, but anywho, um, it was probably a like jumbled conversation, so apologies for that. Organized my stickers using that super cute sticker with binders and sleeves from Crafts by Towie. This is an all Crafts by Towie icon spread. I feel like I've been doing just like White Deer Stationery icon spreads, but it's been nice to use actual like foiled icons. It's been a while, and I think I needed to take a break because for the longest I was just using foiled icons, and I think I needed to take a break from that and I feel like they match with certain kits, with this being one of them. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. So Tuesday, took Jason a walk, uploaded a plan with me. Don't love the way that turned out. I was struggling a little bit with using the corner trims from the Gathered Layers collection, and I wanted to pull in some colored boxes also from the Gathered Layers collection as well, so I could pull in some of that coral, like peach color. And then had 3 meetings, just marked my meetings very simply this week, just put the script down from paper trail plans, didn't do any other layering, and I actually really like that. I think it balances it out because there's a lot going on. Filmed a bunch of Instagram reels this day, had a leg workout at the gym, and then on Wednesday took Jace on 2 walks, my spoiled puppy, which he absolutely deserves every single one, and then had 2 meetings, talked to my friend on the phone here, and I used a corner scallop. I haven't used one of those in a long time, and I mean, I feel like I kind of ruined it because I covered the scallop part, but I am loving corner stickers again. I think like they are going to have a comeback, or at least I'm going to try to let them have a comeback. I think the sizing though, I would appreciate the scale and the sizing to be a little smaller so it can be more dainty, but regardless, I think it's just such a cute sticker to have again. Just in case like you don't want to use an icon. Like there was like on Tuesday, I didn't even use an icon to mark filming Instagram reels. I used a floral, like just one individual flower. And I think corner stickers and, the grid stickers that I did with pandabirddesign, it's a really great way as well to mark stuff instead of just using an icon if you don't want to. And then had therapy that night, and then we also grabbed sushi at our favorite sushi spot. So pretty eventful Wednesday. Like I feel like I've made so much progress in therapy, guys. I don't know if you're here for it, but I'm here for the conversation. And I had therapy last night, and I was going to therapy like once a week for like 2 years straight. And then we moved it down to like 2 times, or sorry, bi-weekly. And then just recently we started, last night's session was the first session we did like after a month. So I'm doing therapy once a month now. I'm sure I can always change it, and my therapist is amazing, and she's very what's it called, flexible and just available for me, and I just love that about her. She's just really great. But I think like once a month is going to be good. Like I have the tools and resources to handle my crap on my own, and I've just come such a long way, and I'm so proud of myself, and also very appreciative, to have the therapist and psychologist that I have. But yeah, so great moves and like progress because I've been going once a month, which is such a cool thing because therapy is a lot of work, man. I don't I don't know people that have like are in therapy. I'm sure people that are in therapy realize it, but for me, like I feel like it didn't dawn on me until I was going for like every single week. I was like, gosh, this is exhausting. Like it's draining. Like there were times where it did feel like work where I just like I didn't even look forward to it because I was not mentally prepared, or I was just too tired physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything. And then I had to like sit there and talk about it, which going into it's kind of like working out. Going into it, like it's like, oh, I don't want to do this, or I'm not in the mood for it at times. But then afterwards, I feel amazing. And that's an amazing whether or not I come out of it crying or sad or upset. But like, I feel like there's still that sense of relief and satisfaction of like, I'm proud of myself and I'm happy that I got that out and that I talked about it and made progress versus just sitting in it and like sulking and not being productive. And so, or not being, yeah, proactive and productive and trying to come up with ways to feel better and help myself and those around me. So, yeah, anyways, I guess this is a mental health voiceover. So, if you're here for it, great. If you're not, I'm sorry, but welcome to my channel, right? No, I'm just kidding. This won't always be like this. It's just sometimes I don't know what to talk about. This week was definitely a pretty like basic week in my life, which I'm a very like structure and routine person to begin with. So I just feel like it's nothing really different. So Thursday, went on a walk with Jace, grabbed Starbucks, and then had 1 meeting. I did trim one of those like quarter boxes. I trimmed the excess white border off. Those are from Sadie Stickers. If there's a shop out there, please, 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 I would love some like midi size like quarter boxes, kind of like the one on Thursday here that says 1 meeting. Just white it out, very simple line and like the height of a quarter box, but also not as wide so it doesn't span the full width of the column. So like a midi size. But I feel like most midi boxes I've seen are more like third boxes or half box size in height. And I really just want one that's like a quarter box size. I don't think I've seen any. And the ones that I do have, I've had to like trim down the excess white border which is fine, but I would love to have some that just don't have that. So let me know. Let me know, guys. I'm going to try to manifest this and put this out into the world. Hopefully a shop is listening. And if you are a shop that does this, please DM me and let me know because I will promote the crap out of it. Okay, so trained back and biceps bottom of Thursday, and then my sister's school had a play, so we went and watched that. She wanted to go, and like it's just one of those things that it was nice to do something as a family for sure, and support their school. And then we donated books, so that was really cool. All right, so Friday, Cinco de Mayo, and we had a wedding catering meeting. You guys, wedding planning and prices are insane. That's all I'm gonna say. And for us planning a pretty small intimate wedding, it is still crazy how expensive things are. So we're just trying to be smart about it. I'm so thankful that we planned a whole year and a half in advance so that we can budget for it properly. But oh my goodness, it's wild. So yeah, if you're planning a wedding right now, let me know. Okay, so walked Jace and then had a leg workout. And oh my gosh, so I hit a PR, personal record for back squat this day. And I did 245 pounds for 2 reps. And granted, I did this, I always do this, but I always like up the weight as I'm going through my sets. Had I probably started, this heavier weight towards like the second or third set, I probably could have done more or exceeded that. But I was trying to be safe, do a proper warm up, do a couple of sets to get your legs warmed up and all that good stuff. And but regardless of the fact, I was very, very happy with that. I have never tried to beat my personal record in college since college. I've taken a big break from doing heavy lifting, and I'm back on it, and I feel stronger and better than ever. I just feel great. Misconception: lifting weights does not make you bulky as a female. There's a lot of research on it, and like to each their own, depending on how like you want to look and what your appearance preference is. But I love to lift weights, and lifting heavy is such an accomplishment. I'm so proud of it. But always, always, always make sure your form is on point, though. So I kind of breezed through the rest of the weekend, but pretty much had a massage on that Saturday, and then I got dressed up and dolled up to go to Korean barbecue with my friend and Greg, and we just celebrated my birthday early, and then we also grabbed ice cream at one of our favorite places in the city. So that was pretty much it. We also grabbed sushi with our other friends on Sunday just to celebrate my birthday early. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope that you're doing well, and we'll chat soon. Talk to you later. Bye.